Shikhar, my first question would be that how much growth have you seen in the mobility sector in India in the last 5 years, and how is
Mhm.
Invest India is driving and supporting this growth?
Okay, so I'll just break your question into two parts. My first answer will be like, what is the growth happening? And then I'll tell you how investing is driving this. So if you see, like India is a two-wheeler market, right? So 80%, like out of like 25 million vehicles we sell, around 20 million vehicles are two-wheelers. So it's a 80% the two-wheeler market. And similar growth story we have been seeing in the electric vehicle also. Around we sold around 150,000 electric two wheelers, and it was the number was around 5 to 6,000 for the four wheels. We are seeing growth because in the two wheelers the story is different, and in the four wheelers the story is different. In the four wheelers there are certain challenges like the range anxiety. People travel far. There are limitations of the charging infrastructure. There are certain aspects, but two-wheeler is something that people drive in the city, like they need two-wheelers for the shorter distances, so it's more easy. So that is why we have seen a lot of like growth in the two-wheeler market. And the best thing that happened in August 2021 is, till now the ratio of sales, the EV sales to total sale was less than 1%, like 150,000 with 20 million. It's less than 1%. In August 21 the ratio increased to 2%, right? Even in globally, like in developed countries, the ratio was around 4-5% few years back, and it has not increased recently. The reason is that like there are certain driving factors that are driving this growth. The first factor is the I'll just tell you briefly the four factors. One is the pollution. The second is the climate change. Third is the subsidies and incentives that governments globally are like giving. And the fourth is the rise in charging infrastructure. I'll just touch upon on each aspect. First is the pollution. Many cities, and not just India but globally, like people have realized that pollution is increased, and it has also increased the sensitivity of the people that we have to do something about it. And that is why it is their self conscious choice to go electric, because they really wanted to give the future generations a better environment. And so this is also one of the driving factors that is like leading to the growth of the EV market. The second is the climate change. So there is no denying that climate change is real. Climate change is happening, and people are becoming like more sensitive towards climate change, and they want to contribute in whatever aspect they can, right? And everybody knows the net CO2 emissions of an electric vehicle is less than the total emissions of the your ICE vehicle, right? So this is one another the driving factor. The third and major driving factor that is happening is the subsidies and incentives. Every country, I think almost every country in which has seen the rise in electric vehicles, there are subsidies and incentives. In Germany, in Europe, like there are incentives of around 7,000 euros in a car of around 50,000 euros. In India also, we have different policies, which I'll touch upon, as your recently FAME incentives, that is on the demand side. The government has recently launched its production linked incentives for the advanced chemistry cell and the auto PLI. So a lot of incentives that are like encouraging both the sides. Basically, from that FAME to incentives you have on the demand side, like the central government is giving incentives to buy vehicles. Even over and above, the state governments are also providing their incentives, like encouraging people to buy vehicles, right? So this has been acting as one of the major growth drivers. And the last but not the least, the important growth driver, which is very relevant in the Indian market, which I have seen in many surveys and all, the infrastructure. Since India, like if we look at the Indian market, India geographically is a large market. Like it's a large geographic topography is very large. Things are very far from each other. It's unlike Paris, London, where things are closer. So there is always a range anxiety. And when you have range anxiety, you look for charging infrastructure. And that is why people prefer the ICE vehicle, because they can know that I have a petrol pump at every nook and corner of this area, right? And so a lot of startups are emerging in charging infrastructure. A lot of traditional companies, they are setting up their charging infrastructure now. So like for example, even traditional companies like HPCL, they have recently joined hand with Startup Power to set up EV charging stations at their outlets. Even IOCL is setting up charging and the battery swapping station. And even Tata Power, TVS, these companies are collaborating to set up the charging infrastructure. So now this is the growth aspect that we have seen, and I've mentioned about the growth drivers. Now I'll talk about how the Invest India is basically facilitating this growth. What we adopt at Invest India is a proactive approach. What I mean by proactive is that we identify that who are the recipients of this particular policy globally, domestically, and internationally. Like who can be the perfect recipients of this? Like we do a lot of analysis, we do a lot of research that okay, this is the policy. This is the suppose for example, let's take the PLI ACC scheme. We look at ACC is about cell manufacturing, but we go into depth. We look at okay, who are the cathode manufacturers? What is the value chain? Who are the anode manufacturers? Who are the BMS suppliers? Who are the like electrode suppliers? Then we look at those companies and target and talk to those companies. We talk to them. Okay, what is the plan to invest in India? We have a lot of policies coming. Governments are ready to support you. They are providing capital subsidies. They are providing tax incentives. State governments are willing to provide, like they are willing to welcome these companies, right? And Invest India is at the cusp of sitting at the point where we are very well connected with the government and where we are very well connected with the industry. So whenever there is an industry, what we do is like we generate an interest in the industry. We tell them that, okay, we are there to help you out. If you need any support from the government, we are there to help you out. And we are receiving a lot of interest from internationally also and domestically also to invest in the India.
Sure.